there's tools that you've been empowered with to succeed. We're going to go through them one by one. So the first one is CompanyCam, and there's 4 key features that I want to talk about. The one is checklist, then edit mode, annotations, and walkthrough mode. And I'll do a brief overview on the what and the whys of each of these. So we want to choreograph the sale, set up production for a winning install. And what I mean by choreographing the sale is that I want the pictures to be not only the right pictures taken, but the right pictures in the right order, so that when you're going through and presenting your photos on your iPad and you're kind of swiping through and you're saying, okay, this is this, you should know the photo coming up next as you go, because everything in sales is about practicing it to the point where it's like breathing, where the inflection of your voice changes the outcome of the sale. And I'll say it this way to make it simple. I can say the same sentence several times, just changing the way I say one word, and it changes the complete meaning of the sentence. So I'll say now, I'm not saying he hit his wife. 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 So every time I change the inflection on that word, it changes the meaning of the sentence. So therefore, you should know your sales process, your script, not just the general theory, not just the words that you say, but the inflection of tone. There are times when you're going to be talking really fast and demonstrating a lot of excitement and being really excited, like you're enjoying something high. And then there are other times where you're going to use your late night DJ voice, and you need to make sure that they hear you. And there's going to be times that you're going to be kind of inquisitive, and you're going to wonder, and you're going to have to get them to answer a question. So you want this choreographed, and CompanyCam helps do that by creating this demonstration of need that's based on photographic evidence. Now, to do this really, really well, you want to force yourself to follow a process, and that process is annotating every photo by turning edit mode on. What that does is it forces you to stop and annotate every photo, because you're going to take the picture and then it pops up the ability to edit it, as opposed to just doing what a lot of salespeople do, which is walk up to the peak, stand at the peak and go and then having no rhyme or reason for why we're taking these photos. Then how you turn that on in your phone, and it's very, very simple. You can YouTube this or Google it. It's very simple. You just know that you want to turn edit mode on, but it's in your camera settings. You flip edit mode on, and that way every time you take a photo, it prompts you to annotate it. That way you don't forget. No, don't do the thing where, oh, I take all my pictures and then I annotate them in a truck. No, because then you forget why you took a picture of something and you end up taking more pictures than you need to. The whole point of this is you want to document the site conditions when you're there, because annotated photos tell a story about the roof. You and me know what this is. The homeowner doesn't necessarily know what that is. We have a whole CompanyCam training and a full guide on CompanyCam. It's like a 20-page guide on using CompanyCam properly. When CompanyCam was new, I just flew around the country teaching people how to use CompanyCam, and made a massive impact that people would pay me $5 to $7K to come to their office for 2 days and teach CompanyCam, and it's made massive differences in sales teams' performance. I believe this 100%. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000,000. So CompanyCam has something called walkthrough mode, and it allows you to record the front camera and the back camera at the same time. You can take your customer through a walkthrough of your roof, because if you're looking for like an indicator of why should you do this, the best salespeople in the country, this guy in this picture, his name is Mark Godair. This guy was working at a sushi restaurant for 200 grand a year. Then for whatever reason, I can't remember the exact story, he wanted to get out of it, so he went to go work for Monarch Roofing. Monarch Roofing said, well, if you want to be in sales here, you got to go and spend some time as a site supervisor first until a spot opens up for you. So he spent 2 months as a site supervisor getting paid minimum wage and an incentive for door knocking. And if you get referrals, you made like $150 a referral. Then he got into outside sales. And now Mark has since Monarch Roofing started another company called Riva, and Mark flew around the country getting paid 40 grand for 3 days to go and do sales coaching and teaching this exact thing. And he talks about video sales. And when COVID happened, I flew around the country for 3 months just teaching people to record a video walkthrough of the roof, a video walkthrough of the ground, and a video walkthrough of the proposal, because back then we couldn't go into people's houses and sit at the kitchen table and present. So how do you convey emotion and get that emotional hook into people to sell? So don't take it from me. Take it from the best salespeople in the country who treat video walkthroughs as a standard part of the process. And the great thing is it turns into content for YouTube, which drives leads, but all of this is about you and you closing more deals.